YouTube, what is good? Thank you for tuning in to another episode on my channel. As always, Westside to Worldwide. Today I want to talk to you guys about how I rented my apartment, my old apartment and my current apartment here in Playa del Carmen. When I did my apartment tour video, I got a ton of comments and messages asking about how I got the apartment, could they rent my apartment, where I live at. That inspired me to do this video. So without further ado, let's get into it. These are the ways you can find an apartment here in Playa del Carmen. The first thing that I would suggest is Facebook. I know it sounds weird because I didn't think Facebook could be used as a means of finding an apartment, but it's actually proven to be one of the most efficient ways. And within Facebook, there are two categories that I suggest you look at. The first one is Facebook Marketplace. They sell everything on Facebook Marketplace, but in Playa del Carmen, housing and rentals are big on Facebook Marketplace. So you can go on there and you can set your budget of however much money you're willing to pay, what you're looking for as far as beds and bedrooms, and you'll see a ton of things come up, and they also show a map. And on that map, you can see exactly where the properties are that you want. And you can also see whether they're unfurnished or furnished. A lot of times people will take those unfurnished apartments because they'll be here over a year and they'll charge them like $250 a month for a big space. So over time, it'll pay itself off. But most people are here for a short term, like 3 months or less, 6 months or less. So most people want furnished apartments. The second part of Facebook that I would suggest you look at is the Facebook groups. There's one called Rentals and Sales in Playa del Carmen, and I'll be sure to attach that below. And in that group, you can go in there and state your name, state your budget, state where you're trying to stay at in Playa del Carmen, and state your must-haves. So for me, electricity is a must-have. Obviously, internet is a must-have. Air conditioning is a must-have. So I'm not super extensive with my must-haves, but there's some things that I really must have. Getting in there is not hard at all. They accept virtually everyone, and once you're in there and you put in that message, people will come to you. You will not have to advertise yourself again. There will be realtors that come to you and offer you these places or offer you chances to look at them. Big advice that I would give out is to never pay money without looking at a place first. If these people come to you through the chat, 9 times out of 10 they won't screw you over because you still have access to that chat and you can out them in a chat. But always look at a place before you buy it. That's something I would stress. I've seen a lot of people get scammed or get conned out of their money by just not going to the place first and looking at it. The second avenue I would give you is WhatsApp groups. WhatsApp is widely used in Mexico and many countries across the world, but specifically in Mexico, it's definitely the app of choice for social interactions. And there's a group on there as well. I also believe this is called Rental and Sales in Playa. And again, I'll attach that link below. But go in there in the same way that you do in the Facebook groups. State your name, state your budget, state where you're trying to live at, state your must-haves or non-negotiables, and then if somebody would message you off of that, or somebody would give you suggestions on where to go. And the same rules apply to the Facebook group. Always look at a place first before you send any money or exchange any cash. And also, definitely negotiate. Everything in Mexico is a negotiation. They know that foreigners have money. It's not a secret. Even if you don't think you have money, for Mexico, you do have money. They will always try to upsell you or overcharge you on an apartment. So always be sure to negotiate. Number 3, this one seems a little weird, but it's actually the most efficient way. This is how I found my current place. And that is walking around and looking for a see rent sign or a rent sign. Rent is renta in Spanish, so super easy to identify and find. If you're interested in staying out here for a couple months, just walk around the city and see where you can find a see rent sign. And And once you find that, you know that they're always looking for somebody and that there's a constant turnover. And just message them. And again, you've already seen the apartments, which is great because it takes away that kind of verification. Is this real? Is this a scammer? They'll have the phone number of the contact for that apartment there. So that makes me feel a little bit more secure too. And once you hit that, you'll get in contact with the landlord or the property manager. They can show you. And at that point, it's definitely a negotiation because there is no realtor in between. You're just talking to the guy that has the apartment. So I would definitely say negotiate on that as well. And you should be able to get a good price off of that. For context, I paid $375 with electricity at my last place. If you didn't go check out my apartment tour, please be sure to do so. It's in my channel. And now I currently pay $375, but the difference is the last time it was with a roommate and we had a shared kitchen. We had our own bedrooms and bathrooms, but now it's my own place. I have my own living room, kitchen, bathroom, and bedroom as well. So super good deal, and it's because I walked around and saw those see rent signs and negotiated a good price. All right, so my last little piece of advice, pathway, avenue, whatever you want to call it, is to look at Airbnb. Airbnb is not my first, second, or third choice, which is why I put it last. But as far as security, as far as knowing what you're getting for your money, as far as seeing good pictures, as far as getting reviews, you can't compete with Airbnb right now. So I would suggest, if I was moving to Playa for the first time, and this is what I did, is to get an Airbnb for maybe your first couple weeks or your first month if you're a little bit nervous, and that's okay. I did a month. And once you get it for that month, at that point, you want to start looking and going through those first 3 avenues, either Facebook, WhatsApp, or walking around the city. But if you really like your apartment, maybe 2 or 3 weeks in, set aside some time to talk to the landlord and say, hey, I really like this place. I hope I'm a good tenant. And I was hoping if we could do a deal outside of Airbnb. Because if you guys already don't know, of course, on the consumer side, we get charged a ton of money for Airbnb for the extra usage. And then on their side, they have to give some money to Airbnb too. So the landowners don't like using Airbnb, but it's more secure. And I'm assuming you guys don't. I don't like using Airbnb because of the unnecessary extra fees that are consistently taxed. So if you present a good opportunity to leave Airbnb where they can still make a good amount of money, 9 times out of 10, they'll take it. The first spot I did stay at for a month out here, I decided not to stay there more than a month, but I had already negotiated a deal to where I was paying about $120 less per month for my place. And it was simply because we took out the Airbnb side of it. He was still making the same money. I just got to save a whole bunch of money in the long run. So I would definitely say use Airbnb if you like. Just make sure to be cautious and to also take advantage of those deals when you can. And if you can break from Airbnb, I highly suggest to do so. All right, well guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope this helps out. Like I said, a lot of people have been messaging me and replying to comments, trying to figure out how to rent an apartment in Playa del Carmen. Trust me, I know how hard it is to move to another country without having any housing. I mentioned in a couple of videos, I lived in China for a couple of years. And when I first got there, I was so stressed about housing. And here, the same deal, I was still so stressed. So I get it, it's tough. Hopefully this video helps. If you do have a question, please comment below. Or if it's something else you would like to see me talk about in regards to Playa del Carmen, the Yucatan, or Mexico in general, definitely comment below. And I look forward to hearing from you. Peace out.